Yay! Challenge 2023 is here. The first edition in the year 2023 is here. SJ Click TV bring you the Click Sports. The team is here. Charlie, they went and refresh, they rejuvenate. More fresh. But remember, the channel is SJ Click. It's on YouTube. Go on and subscribe to the channel. Comment to share. If you have any concern, the comment section is there. Drop your concerns there. You come and respond appropriately. Thank you very much, Charlie. So the EPL is on. It's not easy, and you know the channel is also here. Transfer is also going on. A host, a GPL too is there. All the other European leagues are also going on. Charlie, and easy transfer market move. And here, so yay! Well, Charlie guys. Welcome to the Click Sports, the first edition in the year 2023, the year of greatness, the year of overdue. Amen. Amen. More this year, more power. Your ja, lalu. No more Regina. Or adopting KB for no more Regina.
Yeah.
2023, we are here.
Charlie, it's a new year. Last year was good.
Yeah.
This year, showing himself, Charlie. A boss giddy. More fire.
Oh, you're jumping. Yo, Charlie, so welcome. The EPL is on. And then, how will I say? The concern for most Chelsea fans is it looks like the Potter ball is not portable. Potter ball is not alright. Right now, what do you think is what is happening at Chelsea currently? What is their problem?
The problem is for now it's a lot. Even though the injuries are not helping. When I watch Chelsea play, I don't really see what exactly is their style. And it concerns me because they have become so inconsistent. From the one day they are beating Bournemouth, the next time they are drawing against Nottingham Forest, then they are losing to Man City. So it looks like for Chelsea fans, for this season, I think they have to relax.
Okay.
Because the coach is now settling on his style, his philosophy, and the players also have to adopt. So they should lower their expectations for this season. Otherwise, they'll be surprised. Yeah.
Okay. The Arsenal play Newcastle, and they seem to have concern, legitimate one. Some will say at least one is a penalty, the other may not or may. Do you think the VAR is not doing as fair?
This VAR thing, you see, with the introduction of the VAR, people were adamant, people were for the emotion, people were not.
Yeah.
You see, football is an emotional game. And with the introduction of the VAR, many people knew it wouldn't solve every problem.
Okay.
So these are some of them. But you see, in the mindset of people, once there's VAR, there shouldn't be any
sort of
but
controversy.
the VAR is a machine.
I mean, I feel controversy make this possible.
Some of us were of the view that the introduction of the VAR was not necessary. But this, that makes the game. But what another school of thought is, it's a fair game. When you score, you have to score me in fairness. So if maybe you eliminate me from a World Cup and it's a handball, we go back and we watch and we see that if not for this, so it's two sides of the coin. But maybe for me, I know the VR is not coming to solve every problem. They have because it's being controlled by human beings. So it has got
my concerns with the VAR is that, especially in England, I don't know whether they use their VAR differently or not. Because even with the VAR, you find that when you watch some matches, some of the refereeing calls differ from some matches.
Exactly.
So that's what brings about the inconsistencies and it brings about the controversies. Because you find a similar action, referees will take this decision, but when you go to another match, quite a similar thing, they overlook it. So it leads us to be asking questions.
Is it the same standard?
Because even with the VAR and there are still question marks about decisions, then what's the point? Yeah, because at least the VAR was supposed to minimize some of these doubts and all that. But once human beings are still the ones controlling the VAR, there will still be this misjudgments and mistakes. So we shouldn't be expecting that when the VR is there, it means everything will be solved. Once it's a human being who are controlling the VR, once a while, these things will always come up.
Well, anyway. Some people, as it is, Liverpool, do you think that time is running out for Jurgen Klopp?
For this year's league, honestly, I've declared them.
But I have a feeling they can still make it to top four.
Okay, for top four, they are not far from it. But for them chasing the league too.
Oh, for the league, they
for
know.
the league, there is out of us. And they know, they are PRO even.
Agree. They can't compete.
They can't compete. Hello, Mali. Raise your hand.
Talk your.
You see, it's part of life. You see, con students, you people have a lot of domination. And Klopp too is known for his seventh year syndrome, and he's in his seventh year. But you see, they are trying to manage things.
Yes.
They are trying. As at now, it's just like the car is going down, but they are trying to. They will make them put some chalk for them.
Yeah.
But if what is going on in Liverpool and what is going on in Chelsea, it's a little. The difference is not anybody. You see, Chelsea's one has become just because even you can say for Chelsea change of ownership.
Yes.
So we can say change of ideas. Everything is different. But look at the way we are bashing Chelsea. But you the same man. The same man. You did wonders a few months ago. Then all of a sudden, if Klopp were to be in some other team by now, he's a winner.
Oh yeah.
By this side, I think Liverpool has got the patience. They are just like Arsenal. They have the patience. And when if the time comes for Klopp to go, they will not say he will resign. Because they've given him enough time. If it's money, they've given you money to purchase. Just recently, they signed Gapo. Mind you, targets. Nobody knew the next moment we saw him at Liverpool. So they are trying to do everything. I mean, I see that Klopp, he has lack ideas.
Run out of ideas. I don't think. I feel he's tired. I don't think he has run out.
Again, not that one, bro. When the money.
But
Oh, okay. I mean, that's what they need there.
Oh, okay.
That's all. You have to go and rest 1 year or 2 years and just
and then
come back. Because I guess I didn't win anything. That's seriously.
You see,
I see.
the problem with this Liverpool team is that club refused to refresh the team.
Okay.
This team has been built for over how many years? 6 years.
Yes.
When we lost the league to Man City, we lost the Champions League to Real Madrid. We needed to refresh the team, bring in younger players with the legs who can run, because the type of football club plays is a certain.
It didn't replace Ronaldo. Ronaldo was a very focal point.
The football plays high octane, high on energy levels. And when you watch our midfield, especially with Jordan Henderson, Thiago Alcantara, James Milner, Fabinho, the legs are not the same. The age, when you even look at the average age of the midfield, is very, very high. So it makes it very, very difficult for them to compete. As soon as Liverpool meet a team with younger players who have legs to run. They overrun them in the midfield, so it makes pressure.
On the
Pressure comes on the defense, and the defense is not as good as it used to be. Van Dijk is not the same player he was a couple of years ago. Matip is not the same player. With Alexander Arnold, the less said about him, the better. He's not good defense.
For me, literally, I think your best defender, and this for me is your keeper. Your keeper is saving you a lot of money.
Yeah, he's saving us a lot. And so we need, at least there should be an investment in this team, especially the midfield. We need at least 2 or 3 people to replace Jordan Henderson and Fabinho. If not replace them, bring more competition into the team. Because normally as a team, when you win 1 or 2 trophies like we did with the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup,
you get a big competition.
Yeah, you get a big competition. So you need people to push them, who are challenging them. But now, when you look on the bench, it's more of young players. So if I'm a Henderson and I'm not performing, or I'm a Fabinho and I'm not performing, I'll look on the bench and say, there's nobody to challenge enough. Yeah. So
just like what City did yesterday, they took out Foden and Cook, and they Grealish, and then and they are life for life. They would start at any team.
So I think at least 200 to 300 million needs to be invested in this team. And another problem is that Nunes hasn't started really well.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing most of the things well,
but
he's not scoring.
He's overthinking.
He should just relax. But with Klopp at the helm of affairs, I'm not too worried because we know the players, kind of players who have passed through his hand. He's been able to nurture them, and the longer they'll come out.
So can you say Gakpo is not a priority now?
Gakpo, because I think because of injuries.
Okay.
Jota is injured, Luis Diaz is injured. So we needed somebody to come in and just get off very, very well.
Okay.
Because we are short on those.
Their midfield is very true. If there's any place to be looked at Liverpool, it's the midfield.
Yes.
He's just
I always use Ronaldo.
Yeah, he was a very key back from.
He left and they seemed not bothered.
And one workaholic who just went money. So they needed, especially the midfield. Yeah, I agree with my brother. The midfield, Liverpool have to do so because this time, any engine of any team is the midfield.
Okay.
The engine of any team is a midfield.
Thank you.
Have to do something.
So, folks, commercial. We'll be right back. Yo, still hanging with you guys. Click Sports Team, Charlie. I feel really rough. Charlie, already there. Oh, Charlie. So, guys, winter transfer. I call you mom. Ronaldo alone us. Got this. Is it rich or dream transfer or somehow forced transfer to the Saudi, to El Nassr, a record-breaking transfer? Do you think you win there because of the money?
Exactly. Ronaldo has got no excuse.
He said he wants to be part of the story they are writing.
Which story? When did you know that they are writing? Which story are they writing?
A story of building
the Saudi League.
The Saudi League, and then presenting it to the world, like how the Qataris has presented the Mundial to the world.
We all know it's the money. It's the money. Ronaldo has got. Ronaldo, some few months or years back, he was saying he's so fit to play in the top.
If you say few months, a few
days ago,
yes, Morgan. He said if it is for the money, not for the anaka, you have got to Saudi.
You see,
so it's not change.
It's the money. But it's just that you see there are some hard truths you can't open your mouth. We say it for us, for the followers to just interpret. We've interpreted it. It's because of the money. It's because of that. It's not easy for me. Ronaldo, at the end of at the twilight of his career, the name is getting for himself. I don't like it at all. I'm a Ronaldo fan. I've already told you. For me, Ronaldo, any day, any time. But these days, the story behind this guy has
there's this
Think there-
opinion from people that great people are always insane. If you're not insane, you won't be great. Some of these things have to come from like Maradona. Maradona, what can he do? He said the coach who won the world the World Cup. Even if he stand at the traffic light, nobody will respect him.
The name Ronaldo is getting at this stage. It's just unfortunate. So, you know, he just broke up with Mendes, his manager.
Yeah.
Just because the guy went to comment that the interview he had with
He was not in agreement with it.
so he had to sign a new the manager. That was the guy who was streaming his videos for him. And this one has worked with you for
How
years.
long?
Just the guy get big money, 20 something or 30 something million. But what Mendes during his time, 1 million, 2 million, not. This is a time like you should have also appreciated him.
Kind of work, yeah. But he also say you are paying him.
Okay. Well, we wish him all the best.
Another concern about Ronaldo. Ronaldo apparently in the Saudi, if you are not married, you can't cohabit with your partner in the same place. He's not married to Rodriguez. In the city, and over
That was going to be very, very, very difficult.
do you think they'll bend the roof on you? I think they'll bend the roof.
Definitely, because he's there for a project.
But people also say on the mosque, people also say that he's going there for business, because if he later on decides to venture into perfumery line, you know those Saudis, they are into perfume. He will get connections to do. Do you think apart from the footballing, he went in also because of the business contact he can start? Well, perfume and those things. Maybe in future, after football.
From the way I see it, I think this move is a win-win situation for him. Because if you even check the few days Ronaldo signed, if you check Al-Nassr's social media handle,
From 800k to 7.5 billion.
Yeah, they are going to sell a lot of jerseys
Yes,
and all that. So they are going to make their money back. 175 million. It's not cheap. But I believe they are going to make it. Maybe not in a year, in a couple of years' time. Ronaldo too is going to make his money. He's going to launch his clothing line and all that. I think the club will they'll buy into the idea. They know what they are going to get. It's not as if they just want to give money out. He'll give their league more popularity, whether you like it or not.
Yes. Even on Twitter, the way that league, everybody says, where can I train Saudi league? Where can I get a streaming of Saudi league?
Maybe a few broadcasters in a year or two will start thinking about whether to broadcast the Saudi league or not. So, for me, the way I see it, it's kind of a win-win situation. Even though Ronaldo is going there for the money, in the end, Al-Nassr are going to benefit.
So Chelsea, Arsenal were on the heel of this. The player from that is Modric. It's called Modric. They want to get this player. All of a sudden, Chelsea deal with Enzo Fernandez. It's not going too well. And they want to hijack the deal from Arsenal. That's what I told you the other time. Chelsea has been all over the place. They should just put their house in order. What is going on at Chelsea? Because last night, Benfica coach came out to publicly and said, Chelsea is disrespecting them and they are putting bad, they are making the players start behaving bad.
Yeah.
They should stop that. Don't jump it.
So as I'm not sure. They said the player is not in Portugal.
He's in Argentina.
But they've just diluted their mind. Everything Chelsea.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, buy out. Come and pay the money. Take the player away. But Chelsea, I don't know. One thing I know is the experience. It's the experience. They will get over it, but it's just a matter of time. Right now, it's just like you are fighting with someone and the person slaps you. Anything, even if you see paper, you try to throw it at the person. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. Unless they don't hear this guy is good. Once they know that this team wants this player, then it's the player. So for Chelsea, I wouldn't blame them this season. But from next season, if they repeat what they are doing, then we say they just can't learn. Because they are buying the players, but we are not seeing anything. We are just not seeing anything. They can. This player you are talking about, they can sign the player. They can't use him.
Okay, the same Chelsea. They just bought a player from. The player is called David Fofana. Modi. Yeah, for Modi.
Yeah.
What would that guy add for Chelsea? Is he coming to replace Aubameyang?
You see, the project, from my understanding, the project I see of Chelsea is they want to buy young players, mold them, and maybe in the future, in the near future, add them to the first team or sell some of them. They just recruited, I think, a technical director, a sports director, not too long ago. From what I see, they don't really have a clear strategy of what they are doing now, unless the technical director or sports director has a clear plan. Because all the players that are you hear in the transfer market, Chelsea want them. Every player, Chelsea is going after them. I don't know what the plan actually is, and it's worrying.
Oh yeah,
it's very very worrying because as a sports director, you have to have a clear plan, and there are also scouts who will also watch a few players, so that you know what you are getting. It's not as if every player that comes in the transfer market you have to make an attempt to buy it. Yeah, with the Enzo Fernandez deal, we know Chelsea wants him, but I don't see as I said last time, I don't see the deal happening this winter transfer.
I'm concerned about all this Chelsea stuff is where they are in the league and getting all these good players. Will the players want to come and play in Europa or Conference in Kuku? Even Southberg to come and play. Well, anyway,
sometimes when the money is good, the players overlook where they are playing.
Okay.
Because you can even use
Manchester United.
Yeah. When the money is good, they will forget everything, believing that when they come, they can help the team push into the Champions League.
That decision. Great. Go for commercial. We'll be right back. Welcome back from the commercials, Charlie. We take you straight into the international European leagues all over the world. Hand you over to the man on that beat, Numo Regina Koi. Take it away.
Charlie, you know that they bring you all the updates from the major leagues in Europe.
Yeah.
We start with the English Premier League. Just this weekend, there were a number of games. Liverpool drew with Brentford. Brentford blew Liverpool around the pitch, beating them by 3-1. Arsenal being held by Newcastle to a goalless draw. It was a very, 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 very tight match, but Newcastle managed to hold on for a point. Chelsea stayed at Stamford Bridge and they lost to Man City by Riyad Mahrez goal to 0. Then Tottenham also stayed at home. They were beaten by Aston Villa by a couple of goals. Yeah. We also have the Italian league where Napoli finally lost a game to Inter Milan. I was very, very disappointed with Napoli's performance because I watched that game. Inter Milan dominated them all over the pitch. League leaders, they had nothing to do. We also have AC Milan, who managed to beat, what's their name? Salernitana by 2-1. Then Juventus managed to scrap through a 1-0 win over Monza. We go to the Spanish league. I think Madrid, they managed to beat Valladolid by 2-0. Valladolid had a red card in that game, and that's what gave Madrid the upper hand. Yeah, upper hand scored twice in that game. Yeah, I know the Madridistas will have problems with me, like my friend, but that's what really happened. Yeah. Also, some of the leagues in Europe are gradually resuming. This weekend, the Portuguese league will start. The Italian league continues. The English are going for a small break and concentrate on the FA Cup. Let me give you a few of the FA Cup fixtures for this weekend. Man United are playing Everton at home at Old Trafford. That's going to be a very, very tough match. But we all know Everton's form is not that good. So Man United will start as favourites. Arsenal will travel to Oxford United. Liverpool stay at Anfield. They play with Wolverhampton Wanderers. And Chelsea, oh God. I'm very, very sorry for you guys. It seems you are going to go out of the FA Cup so soon. Because it's not going to, for the third time, you are going to face Man City in the season. And with the FA Cup and at the Etihad, I don't see Man City losing that game. When we go to Italy, Inter Milan travel to Monza. AC Milan stay at home with their match. Then Napoli go all the way to Sampdoria to face them. When you come to the Dutch league, Ajax travel to Nijmegen and PSV are staying at home to face Sparta Rotterdam. When you go to the Scottish league, the top teams there, Celtic are playing at home. They'll be playing against Kilmarnock. Rangers are traveling to Dundee United. So these are the major fixtures in Europe this week. So I'm very, very happy to present this thing to you.
Yo, Charlie, yes, that's the beats around the world in 5 minutes from our man, the man on the international beat, Reginald Queen, Mumo, Gamanche, Charlie. Oh, yeah, you shout, I'm feeling rough. Fantastic. Charlie, so David Street, Charlie, champ. We were out of champ for like 6 years now, but we had the opportunity to qualify this year. And so what do you think we can? Do you think we can win this? Do we have the potential? And no Walker and can they beat it?
This time, if our national team isn't with you,
My concern is how this is the local blasters, but the kind of energy we put in the legacy, the normal blasters, we are not seeing the same from the local blasters.
It's not good, but it is what it is.
Oh.
It is so way for day.
Okay.
These people will not bring us any good money. But the main blaster, chop
Cash
become
gain.
so that why you will see everybody politicians all over. So this one is understandable. There's nothing, even their qualification bonus I learned is still, but going to the tournament, I think this is one of the best preparations they've had so far. They started at Pram, we complained, we were like, no, the facilities is not in a good shape. And the FA head and had head, so they took them to Egypt. They are in Egypt now.
Okay.
They played the Egyptian under-20 team.
Okay.
They beat them. They played El Ali. God knows which El Ali team they presented.
Okay.
It's El Ali.
Yeah, El Ali.
El Ali. They defeated them 3-1.
Okay.
And then tomorrow they will play Algeria,
Okay.
the local side of Algeria.
Okay.
And Monday or so they will play, how do you call it, Madagascar.
Okay.
They will play Mozambique because our first match is against Madagascar.
Okay, so
For this, I think when we are going to a tournament, we should stop that. Are we going for the cup? Are we going? Because what we are not more favorites. You see, if you look at our group, Morocco is in our group. Morocco, they are local team. They have about 3 players with the main national team. Even they don't feature, they are forced to reckon. Sudan, their local team is just like the national team. Most of their players playing in Sudan, El Marek and those teams. So it's not going to be easy at all. So we should just manage our expectations and hope. And as at now, but the difference is that previously, today the person is a local player. Tomorrow, he has got a contract. We are facing similar problems. These guys were in camp when the Brighton J, so Barney had to go and sign contract and come back. So we should just pray that we do something.
Regina, do you foresee our chances of at least winning the champ for the first time? We never won it before anyway, but we to the final.
So 6 years being away from this tournament, it's a very, very long time for a footballing nation like Ghana.
Yeah.
It's a very, very long time. We have not been to the last 3 editions of this tournament. So going into this, I think we should lower our expectations.
Okay.
And we are in a very difficult group.
Yeah.
I think Morocco are the defending champions, right? Being in the same group with Morocco, Madagascar, and Sudan, that's going to be very, very tough. So, for me, I don't think we are going to win it, but I just hope that we are going to be competitive.
Okay.
Yeah, I just hope we are going to be competitive and at least qualify to the next stage.
Okay.
And with doing that, I think with our first game against Madagascar, we have to win it.
It's a must-win.
It's a must-win game. We have to stop cut off this mentality that we are slow starters in tournaments. Because if we don't win that match, the 2 matches that follow, they are going to be extra difficult. Because Sudan is more or less their national team. They are going to parade. So if we don't get anything out of that game, then even Morocco will be even more difficult. Yeah. So I'm wishing them well. We have good players in there that we can do something. Yeah. So I'm hoping that we will get a favorable outcome, but I'm not really expecting too much from them. Yeah.
Good. No, Charlie, still we'll go for commercial break. But after the commercial break, we'll hand you over to our GPL experts in the house. Spooky near, I'm going for near. We'll be right back.
Yes,
Who this? Why here?
Spooky near, I'm going for near. Ayo Jack Kegum Lalu.
Welcome to the local segment, and I have the man on the beat on all those toad beats from the GPL. Spooky near, I'm going for near.
this is our own. Let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. This is our own. Let's cherish our own. Ghana League is back again. This is our own. Let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. This is our own. Let's cherish our own. Women's Premier League is back again.
Thank you. Fantastic. This is our home. We could put our leaders on their toes. Today we just have the fixtures of the league, week 11 of the Ghana Premier League. Kotoku Royals are just defeated Brecon Chelsea by 2-1. So I'll just go through the next of the fixtures. Then Accra House of Oak will host Tamale City at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. But you know the Accra Sports Stadium is now entertainment ground. So we are hoping we just said the NSA bringing out a communication that the stadium is free now. But that's at that time Hearts were on their way to Cape Coast. So maybe their subsequent match, the Accra Sports Stadium will be ready. Accra Lions will host Lagos Cities. Karela United, our own Karela United. But you know, they see well, they are struggling. But Karela United playing RTU are their favorite, whatever their stadium there. They can do something. Becham United will beat King Faisal. Nshwachoman will face Samatex. Dreams FC, Mediama, Kotoko, Olympics. Tough match. Tough match.
You find your goal.
The only thing we take the shine out of this game is both teams are going to lose their key players because of the China. Danladi Bryan, the number one goalkeeper in the country as of now, is with the China team. Augustine Okra and Kotoko has got a couple of injury players. Justice Blade, the informed Justice Blade wouldn't be available because of accumulated gas. And the Olympics too, they are number one goalkeeper and they are kingpin. Their midfield gem. Kasim Razak is with the chance. So, but anytime Kotok Olympics, it's a match. Then the last match will be Gold Stars and Indiana. The Daily Gold Star and Indiana. That's what we have for the fixture. I have 1 or 2 transfers. But you know, Monday, 10th of this month will be the
deadline.
No, they will open for the second transfer. Then we have some rumors. It's not confirmed.
Okay.
It's not confirmed. As at now, Stephen Amankuna.
Okay.
He's from Brekun Chelsea. He came to Kotoko. Things are not going on well. Those people from Brown Hartford, the rumor is that they feel comfortable when they are there. For their, I think they don't even train, but when it's match time, they will perform. But when but when it comes to a big club, they will not allow you because people have been teasing that when he's at Brekun, he's very good in damage. Draft man is super part for but when you come to Kotoko, no time for imbecility. You train. You train. You have to train. You are in fact when bought Real Madrid. You are in fact bought Chelsea. Who to me come Real Madrid in Castle, you got bought draft. Who but now have a performance. Don't to me to Benzema. You're professional. The BI you're professional. But human is serious. I know now way. It's serious. We have Ismail Ghanaian, former Asante Kotoko captain. He went to Iraq. Iraq. He went to Iraq. Now they have a baby. Iraq. He went to Iraq. I think I don't know whether he has cancelled the contract or he has because he went less than 2-3 months. He's back. And rumors has it that it's in the capital. Okay. And if it's in the capital, you know where he's heading to. Accra also focus because they lost Mohamed Al-Hassan. And there are rumors that Mohamed Al-Hassan too is switching to Kumasi. So it's likely we may have these two captains switching. Okay. So let's see. Glassing at Wako Jaku. Yeah. He recently extended his contract for Accra. But he's a radar of US team Cincinnati, the MLS Cincinnati, and they are quoting you some about $1 million. Wow. It's good money, but I've heard the house management team just put their legs for them to add. Because they saw the exploit of Salim Adams, and they saw that no, they can be more. So let's hope and see. Let's hope. And then when we know we keep recruiting foreign coaches for our national team. So we've just employed Nora Hoptel as Black Queen's new coach. Black Queen's new coach is a white lady. Auntie Nora. Nora Hoptel.
No Ghanaian will do that.
The Ghanaians do. So maybe let's try. Unless someone FA president will go recruit right now, so don't worry. So these the ones we have, small we have. Now we viewers should watch out from next week. The transfer window will open, so we have more and more for them. Keep watching Play Sports. Subscribe. I like her.
Fantastic. So we are about to any last words for and greet people you like to greet so that we'll call it the day.
We know. Yeah. We know that.
Yeah.
Number one.
Fantastic. The point is that before he goes on it, hey, the number one hey, handwriting man. Oh boy. Charlie, oh yeah, number one. Charlie, this is great. Me too, me chama. Nana connect with you. Sanu bop and we can down. Sanu bop. Where's the beat?
Yeah. Thank you for the support, the love and support. Keep it coming. And our fans, the viewers, we we are behind us. A liker, not share. A liker, not share. Thank you.
Charlie, the last words.
From next week going, the fire. We'll keep our leaders on their toes. Nobody can stop a moving train. When we train a movie, I have to stop it. Just stay tuned.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
So there you had it from my panelists, Charlie. We are in 2023. Wish you good luck and prosperity. This is SJ Click TV. The channel is SJ Click on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter at us. We are always live there. Just tweet at us. We'll respond to you. Share your comment with us. We'll share with other audience and we'll get you a feedback. Remember to press the bell notification icon so that anytime we post a comprehensive lifestyle stories, you get to be in the know. We'll see you in the capital. Big bye bye.